And how is Mick doing? Because is he going to be?
He's great.
Is he going to be on these shows, these final shows?
He'll do some shows here and there. I mean, it's impossible to predict the regularity of it, but yeah, he'll come in and he's doing great. He's happy, he's healthy, he's realizing he's is excited about the fact that the band is kind of writing its last chapter as we speak, or at least its last live chapter. And I think he's just I think, to be honest with you, it hasn't all quite hit him yet, if you want to know the perfect, honest truth.
Yeah.
I think in some ways it's just kind of catching up to him what this really means. Because think about it, that's been his entire life. Foreigner is his baby. It's his vision. It's his breath, and I think for Mick, this is going to be a very interesting couple of years. There are probably going to be some very deeply emotional moments, and all of it to him is really significant. And like I say, I bet he's only scratched the surface, having it really made its impression yet.
Yeah. We're talking an iconic band here who's put out how many hits. I mean, it's just craziness to think that it's coming to an end, though, and it's also like, it was a question in my mind. Some bands, they do keep going and they have not one original member in it. So
right.
Would Mick ever, he's just not going to do that. He's saying, you know what? No, the Foreigner band will be finished when I'm finished. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes it a nice, tidy way of wrapping it up, actually, because, we did get to honor the original band with the release of the 2017 record that we did with them. Oh, I guess it came out in 2018, but we recorded in 2017 with that live 40th anniversary record. And then now we're getting to kind of put the bow on this version of the band, and I think it's I forget exactly what the question was, but it's about like just bands continuing with no original members at all, and how.
Yeah, Mick. I mean, I don't even think that's something he opposes as much as it just feels like the right time.
Yeah,
and I think he feels like, let's go out while we're still on top. Kelly's still singing like $1 million. Everybody's performing at their best, And I think, I know that the objective here is to go out on a high note, and which not all bands do, because I'm sure there's a lot of bands that they simply need the money, so I can't begrudge them for doing that. Yeah. But because we're in a position where we don't have to worry about that, we're going to go out on a high note and make sure that this legacy is preserved with all the respect and integrity that it deserves.